Nicknames you have. I like it.
I can't be found. I can't be discovered.
Swap over to in-game.
So anyway, what we got here is we got...
So we're very quickly into Champ Select. They kind of said ready and immediately hit go.
Oh yeah,
on us.
They just went at it.
Very quickly, we got NKC on the blue side, ETM on the red side, and we got Cho'Gath, Soraka, and Taric being banned by NKC, and Jana, Lucian, Lulu. So a focus on the bot lane by ETM in the bans. And actually by NKC as well. A lot of supports being banned out early here, and we won't see a Cho'Gath running wild like we did last game.
Yeah, last game he, the Cho'Gath just kind of cleaned house, and when everybody tried to team up on him, he was just unstoppable, just roaming around like Godzilla,
Unfortunately, not quite enough to give Exodus Gaming the win in the end. Turns out a 6-item Tristana.
He won a place in our hearts, though, and that's what's important.
Yeah, he had a fantastic showing, but and they're not out of the tournament yet. Exodus Gaming in the losers bracket right now. We are in the winners bracket though, with ETM and NKC. I believe NKC had a bye. I don't know. Do you want to check that for me? The bracket. In your browser. And in the meantime, we got a Rakan versus Karma for supports in the bot lane, and we got the Xayah Rakan combo. It looks like coming out.
So what would?
Yes. So NKC already with a win today. ETM was the team with the bye. And Xayah Rakan bot lane. That's going to be really exciting. The Lovers bot lane, the two champions that came out a couple months ago, they came out together as a package.
Well, there you go.
Their skills actually legitimately work together. So
we got the power couple going.
Yeah, literally the power couple. Xayah's W giving Rakan extra attack speed, as well as gives herself extra attack speed, and also Rakan when he's on the same team. Rakan having a double the distance that he can dash to shield Xayah compared to other champions on his team.
That's good, actually.
So it's a really good combination. Karma Tristana, also not a bad combination. Not quite a Lover's bot lane, but pretty good. And it looks like we'll have an Amumu jungle as well, and we get a Maokai coming out for the top lane. Likely. Don't know for sure yet.
Still gotta figure that out.
Yeah. And first ban coming out for both teams for the second round of bans, we got Fizz and Echo. So now with the mid lane focus, since the bot lane matchups have been decided, Gragas as well being taken away. So ETM figuring that Maokai is going in the top lane, want to ban away probably the best jungler on this patch. That's not Zach. No, sorry, Zach. Getting a bit of hiccups from my vitamin water.
Oh, don't worry about it.
And the Zed ban as well. We saw that last game. Just if you're good at Zed, he is a monster to have on your team. So, just making sure that's not there. And first pick coming out for the second phase, we will get the Shen in the top lane. So we're seeing a lot of focus on this Tristana so far. In the first game, we saw that with 689's composition with the Orianna mid lane, the Lulu support, Maokai top lane, Zac jungle. We're seeing protect the Tristana comps coming out. Shen definitely one of the best ones at doing that.
So who do you think has the advantage here,
top
though?
lane.
Just on the jump,
so far,
just based on stats.
Based so far, it's hard to tell. We haven't seen the mid lanes yet, but with all the focus on Tristana, if they can keep her safe, it's going to be really hard to get past that. We saw how hard the Tristana can carry a game in the last game with Exodus Gaming versus 689. The 689's Tristana just going off in the team fights, and we got the strong wave clear standard mid lane of Victor. He's been coming back in the last couple of patches. He was dropped off after he was a major mid laner last season, and then kind of got nerfed down a bit and kind of shuffled to the bottom of the pools in this season. But he has been making comeback, and the Ahri coming out for the mid lane. So unlike last time, we don't see kind of as much of a defensive mid laner. We see a lot more aggression but Victor a little bit defensive there, but still pretty strong. And actually, interestingly enough, NKC has gone and inversed their lineup order as to how it should be compared to
Think they're trying to be
ETM,
unpredictable?
which has it. So we got top in the bottom and support in the top, but should be an interesting matchup if Ari can get in and get a bit of a lead going. She can definitely get some of those pick-off assassinations and skirmishes that can really turn a fight and help get that Tristana into a fed late game if, say, the bot lane doesn't go so well. But overall, a really strong mid game, I feel, coming out for NKC on this one.
All right.
With a skirmishing jungler, like with the Kayn, we talked about it a bit last game because Kayn was banned out. But and once again, we got
a good old spectator delay going
spectator delay. It worked last time, so I'm not as worried this time. Should be about 3 minutes until we get into game here. And we'll see how it goes. We saw the Maokai in the top lane. We know what it does. It gets ganked. It dies. But just kidding about that. He's a super tank. He'll scale up eventually. Kind of the same deal with Shen. But the thing to watch for on Shen is once he hits level 6, getting that free teleport into other lanes with his ultimate, shielding somebody who's getting ganked, suddenly turning 2v1 into a 2v2, or coming in and helping out a gank. So say Amumu comes bot lane, they go to dive the Xayah Rakan combo, you take what would be normally be a 3v2 and turn it into a 4v2 just like that.
And there you go. And that, no one needs to tell you what those odds are like.
Yeah. And then also you get the good roaming mid laner in Ari, and she can come down, make it a 5v2. You know, there's a lot of ways that ETM can attack with this composition. That being said, NKC definitely not short on options in the mid game. I don't know how well their early game is going to go here. Victor's going to be a safe laner as long as he doesn't get caught out by a charm or an Amumu bandage at some point. Like, barring mistakes, he'll be fine in the mid lane. It's a pretty easy mid lane for him to do. Xayah Rakan, you got to be a little bit worried about, though, because while it is a powerful combination, it can struggle against those range supports like a Karma because Rakan is a melee support himself. So say he misses an engage somewhere, like tries to dive in to get a knock-up but misses, he could be in a lot of trouble with the punishments. But if they do it right, they should be fairly safe. But I don't think we'll see too much aggression out of them early. But we'll have to see how it goes. And yeah, it's hard to say. If they get rolling, I definitely say ETM has the advantage in this game with that late game Tristana and all the protection she has. So
should make for an interesting match, though.
Yeah. And I tell you how much time we have that we're waiting, but I didn't set a timer. And
we're still double Nans.
We're still double Nan. Yeah. But yeah, so there we go.
There
we're in. Apparently the timer is done. We're done our 3 minutes.
We have reached double Nan.
Yeah. We have reached double Nan. We have passed go. We collected our $200. We're getting a game now. So, yeah, ETM versus NKC. Actually, I might have to give this to NKC just because of their team unity here. ETM, one of their teams didn't have their clan tag on. One of their players didn't have a clan tag on. I think it was the jungle. So, based on that, NKC showing that team unity.
Exactly. Showing off the squad. Got those squad goals going.
Exactly. Yeah. And looks like both teams going out standard. Oh, we might be seeing an invade by NKC here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh no, Maokai just going up. Usually you'd see him just go up top lane, but he's guarding the river, making sure ETM isn't trying to invade on blue buff here.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
But yeah, looks like both teams just laying out the line of scrimmage. No shenanigans going to be happening early on here, so.
Well, better to center yourself and prepare than just go out guns blazing.
Sometimes. You never know. If we see a Blitzcrank, there's no way. If we see a Blitzcrank this tournament, there's no way that team doesn't invade. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Minions have spawned.
You can't not invade with Blitzcrank. And also Twitch chat, I just looked over and saw that, maybe he is lazy, but once again, that proves my point. There's no team unity there. You got the team unity on NKC. I'm going to take a team that knows how to play together compared to one that doesn't.
You got to represent. You got to represent.
Got to represent. Yeah, and a pretty basic start coming out from both the junglers. Amumu on the blue buff. Desperately needs that blue buff to clear his jungle, and Kayn starting in the red buff, doesn't have mana, doesn't need mana regen. Pretty simple. And we get some early poke coming out from the Karma. A little bit of damage coming out, but that Rakan shield coming out level 1, so no aggression from the Xayah Rakan early on. 0. You can't have aggression if your only move is a shield.
I don't know. You could whap someone with a shield pretty hard, but
not that kind of shield.
Yeah.
That's a different champion. That's Braum.
yeah,
Hopefully we'll get some Braum. I'd love some Braum gameplay. And Ahri getting the early push on. That's not too surprising. Getting some early harass out as well, but paying for it by taking a bit of a dip in the mana pool. Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, not much action going on. We might see a little bit of a jungler scuffle in the top lane here. Both junglers on their way up. Kayn, the first one there, attacks a minion on accident first, but Shen will be able to get out. Does get slowed, but Root was already out and no follow-up available. So a little bit of aggression, but nothing important happening so far.
Yeah, it seems at this point they're just testing each other, seeing what works, what doesn't.
Yep.
Oh, you were looking out for me.
Yeah, we got the Xayah Rakan just kind of chilling out at the tower, happy to be sitting there, CSing under tower. If you know how to do it, it's not a big deal. Maokai with a bit of lane control now that he's had that jungle pressure top. You got to play a little bit further back as a top laner when you see that jungle pressure going, okay, their jungler actually wants to influence this lane. They don't want to make it an island. So.
You're welcome.
Let's see if some action develops in a little bit here. Both teams happy to farm it out. So far, NKC doing the better job of it with a 200 gold lead so far. A lot of gold there. Applause, applause. And Rengu, the NKC mid laner, getting chunked out of there a bit in the mid lane, but doesn't look like he'll be in too much trouble unless he catches a charm in the near future here. ETM just letting the bot lane push back their way, trying to let the wave push their way, maybe get a gank in a little bit here. Amumu might be looking to come down on the bot side of the jungle anyways, so, let NKC push up. Maybe you get a gank out of that for free. We'll see. But both teams, very slow start, so 500 gold lead, mostly coming, let's see. I don't know where this gold lead is coming from because it's about even. ETM with the current CS lead in the mid lane, but top lane and bot lane currently about a 7 CS lead for both lanes on the side of NKC. So we'll see how things go here. Oh, UNO. There you go. And hit X. There you go.
Perfect.
And we see a little gank in the top lane, but once again, not a whole lot going to happen. You got 2 tanks in the top lane. There isn't much damage there to deal out, so...
Well, when you shove one
Not
wall
many
against
kills.
another wall.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You get 2 walls. Doesn't change much. You get half of a room.
Exactly.
You got 2 walls. You got half a room. Oh, I am missing CS in the bot lane. I mean, we got no other action really going on, so I'm going to call you out on that one. Might as well. Give me something to do here.
I'm just trying to come up with puns based on skins.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, you got a doctor, a Christmas tree.
Yeah. I got
I
to
don't
work
know
an
what
operating
else we
table
got.
somewhere here during the match.
Yeah. We got a normal Amumu. We got a dragon trainer.
I don't think that's the proper means to carry a dragon, but they aren't real, so what do I know?
It is when it's her gun.
Ah.
And once again, we just see a quiet lane phase here. Neither team really wanting to do anything overly extravagant. And
Yeah, no big push yet. No big push.
we've been lucky so far with the RNG. We're getting the NA specials. Amumu actually dropping very low, almost executed in the jungle, apparently. I just looked over and saw his health bar suddenly at like 1.
Oh yeah, he
He was not happy there.
was not having a good day.
Looks like he did clear the blue buff, but a little bit risky on that one. And director's camera didn't even show that. I'm disappointed in it.
not riveting enough.
Ari now going in with the ulti, dodges around the Victor ulti, will have a lot of damage off, flashes past him, gets the first blood. That's a good lead for the mid laner. There. 1v1 solo kill coming out. Definitely how you want to start a game.
Exactly.
Maokai with the giant present in the bushes there. Just waiting for someone to step nearby. And looks like things slowing down once again. We may see a bit of action come out once again in about 60 seconds or so once Ari's ultimate comes off cooldown. We might see her go in again. She might wait for the Ignite cooldown to come off as well, but who knows?
Just a chill match so
Yeah.
far. Very, very relaxed.
But yeah, and as I said, once again, NA special for the Dragon, so we're not going to see all that much contesting for the contesting. That's the word I'm looking for. Why can't I talk? I was talking just fine last game. Get the contesting coming out for both teams on that Dragon. Not going to happen with the Windrake. So we got quite the setup for a boring first 15, 16 minutes here.
Thank you.
And so far, yeah, Ari finding a pink ward in the blue side jungle, so we'll be able to clear that out. That's something. And I'm a little disappointed because I hear some other games going on behind us, and they all sound excited. So
I feel like this is making my first commentating ever sound
Yeah.
less bad. There's just not a whole lot for me to go off on right now.
yeah, no, not a whole lot for me to like. I've done a fair bit of league commentating now. I'm happy to be able to say that, but there's not a whole lot going on. There's only so many times I can say this champion does this. So we will see how that moves on. And kind of another thing to consider in this matchup is NKC are coming directly off of a win. So they have experience already today playing. They've been playing on stage. Didn't have the stream going on them, but they've played already, and they're a bit more warmed up than ETM. So we'll see how that factors in to their play. And actually, if you guys don't mind, I gotta pass this off to you for like 2 minutes.
Oh, looks like you.
I gotta let you two take over for a minute.
Welcome back to the stream, MK. How's things going with you?
Oh, things are going alright. But I just had to step out and use the washroom for a second.
Happens. So, MK, or Meth Gilman, I should say, what do you think of the map so far?
It's been pretty slow as of late. Not much really happening.
Yes.
We've only had 1 kill as of so far in this game, and it's already been going on for almost 12 minutes now.
A lot of it's just been a lot of
Poking.
yeah, a lot of poking. That's a good word for that. Testing the ribcage, so to speak.
Oh, here comes something big.
Oh yeah, we got RE coming in,
Kashimi's out. We're low on health.
busting out that Ninetales tech. So had a little bit of a skirmish there. It wasn't too bad.
First big fight of the game. Funny how it happens when the
Yeah, second
main
he leaves.
commentator
Second he
leaves
leaves.
and when the big thing happens.
Well, Victor going up to RE for that rematch, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like they're backing off.
Nope. Oh,
Dakabot fighting that big old golem.
my screen is lagging. That's not fun.
Mine was too. Hey chat, did it lag for you there? And blue team's got a big gold lead right now.
Insanely. So, okay, we've both been watching this for a while. What do you think's winning so far? Or who do you think has a better chance?
I think blue team's got a better chance right now.
Yeah.
They got the most gold, and I think they're playing the most cohesively at least.
Red's got the first kill, though. That's
That is
definitely
true.
something to consider.
That is true. But I think we'll find out more about who someone takes the first tower.
Exactly.
15 minutes and still no tower down. Almost 15 minutes. Oh, there we go. Second kill. Dakota was gone down.
There it is. 1-1. But Blue's also continuing that considerable gold lead.
Extremely.
Just rolling in money at this point. Scrooge McDucking it, basically.
Uh-oh. Rigu's on the run. Oh, and there goes Rigu.
Thank you. Anytime.
Victor down again.
What do you think the team's strategies are? Do you think they're just both farming for XP right and gold right now?
I think at this point it's just a matter of what's the best point where we can break through. Because
they're both poking each other.
both teams here haven't exactly done a lot of pushing.
Fuji's got tower
But
down
now
to half
that
health
Victor's
over there.
out, we might be seeing some more. Oh yeah, Ari's going after the tower.
Yeah, once that first tower goes down. First tower to go down generally dictates who becomes offense and who becomes defense. They're assuming just taking down a couple things. Man, not much is going on right now.
There's only so many ways that we can say, oh yeah, they're testing each other. That's what they're doing. They're,
Yeah.
poking each other.
Can only make it so entertaining before. Oh, got a big push here by Fuji. But Renju just gets some help from his teammate. But Fuji wins that fight anyway. Now Fuji's in trouble.
Oh no, Fuji's still rolling in kills.
He's gonna need some help
We
soon.
got
though.
2-on-1 here. We got not Shensen back. No one's headed to the operating table today.
Has anyone on red team died yet this game, I wonder?
They have actually.
They have?
Yeah. Yeah. Blue's gotten a kill.
Oh, it looks like our prime commentator's back. You missed one big screen.
Yeah. See, I missed a couple kills, and Tristan now jumping in, knocking back the Kane, getting her karma to safety. And yeah, looks like I found missed a bit of action here. So
But it's mostly been the same push and pull we've been seeing all match so far.
yeah. Oh, I did catch a little bit. Well, I was busy. I saw the stream as I was going by, and I did see one of Ari's kills. We will try to. We're gonna try to stream every team at least once. So, and Charm coming in by Rakan there, trying to get the combo onto Tristan. It does not quite find it. And looks like we got the Darken Came coming out, and the flash forward with the snare from the Xayah will pick up that kill, but now they're might be in a bit of trouble. The 3-0 Ahri dodges out of the knockup, gets the charm onto Xayah, but does not have the damage to finish him off. And the ulti coming out from Kane will be enough to finish off Tristana, but will get charms back, and Ahri will finish off that kill. Fuji now on a rampage.
Ari's just going ham. Just rocking and rolling in kills.
4-0 so far. So not a bad start for a mid laner, especially an assassin mid laner like Ahri. So a little bit of fighting down there as well. I think we got the TPs from both top laners there. So see what comes out of it. Amumu looking for the bandage, lands the bandage onto Victor there, but the ultimate coming out. Ultimate burned by Amumu as well, but he will get rooted up and taken down. Just too much damage coming out of the Victor Maokai combo there. And Ahri getting the charm onto Maokai. He will be rooted up as well. The Q coming out, almost killing off the Victor, but not quite finding him. And Ahri unable to trade back a kill for the Amumu. And I mean, you got the target that you wanted, but unfortunately both the charm and the bandage hit at the same time, and they didn't layer that CC like they needed to. Victor just cleanses out of it immediately, gets to turn around with Maokai there, and you lose your jungler like that.
Yeah.
So now the ETM bot lane rotating up to the mid lane. The knockup coming out, knocking Tristana out of her jump away, but will be just fine, it looks like. I don't know if she burned the ulti there just to make sure she stayed safe. And Xayah now working on the bottom lane tower as well. Ahri moving there to defend it, push Xayah away there. Shen trying to chip his way away at the top lane tower, but, you know, tanks don't do a lot of damage.
That's not what they're built for. That's for sure.
And we see Tristana now getting back onto this tower. She should take it down with just one more hit there. Jumps away, but Kane is inside, but might not like where he is coming out. 3 members on him. These Chilling Smite comes out, not quite enough to secure the kill, so it will manage to make it out alive, but not quite able to pick up anything off of it. And that was also first tower going down. And Ahri maybe in a little bit of trouble. Wilgie flash charmed up, knocked up. Shen coming in now though, so they might have bitten off more than they can chew. Fuji now unstoppable, and you got a 3-man dive here, and Rakan also going down. So, I mean, it was a good flash catch, but unfortunately, you got Shen on the other team. He can instantly be there with a shield to help out his team member.
And this Ahri is just a monster, it seems, so far. Basically unkillable.
Nice charm there. And the Banish Toss, I don't know if you wanted to go in on that one, Amumu. I just flash away the Victor Chaos Storm coming out, trying to help push them off the tower here. ETM very close to knocking down their second tower of the game here. Tristana up in the top lane, bullying the Maokai out of that lane as well. Want to try and chip down the top outer as well, get all 3 of those down, and really start to open this map up. That's the bot lane turret going down. Tristana now popping the bomb onto the top lane tower. Gets a good quarter of the health gone, not more than that. And we might see on the next wave, if nobody comes up to help Maokai out, that it might be a gone turret. So far, it seems like I was very right on the dragon. Just being ignored so far.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah.
He's just hanging
Just
out.
chilling. And there we go. There's the top tower going down. Zion Rakan were there, but not quite in range to stop that. But
that makes that's 3 turrets destroyed.
yeah. But Victor actually able to pick one up in the bottom lane. Amumu almost backing in the wrong place. Good thing he wasn't stuck in a shop window, but Ahri now on the chase. Won't find anyone there. Using the legendary Star Guardian skin with one of the best laughs in the game. I don't know if you know Street Fighter V at all.
What are we comparing it to from that?
We're comparing it to the best laugh in Street Fighter V, obviously Karin's critical art laugh. Basically the same.
Okay.
Basically the same laugh, just so you know. That's why I love the skin. Why?
Hasn't been that's not my preferred fighting game, but
That's fair. I figured you might have at least heard the laugh, so.
seems familiar, yeah, so.
It is actually a legendary skin. The other ones that came out are epics. Ahri's is actually a legendary.
Well,
It's a 16 whatever skin.
So it makes sense for her to get a legendary.
Or at least it was when I was looking at the prices for it.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Dragon finally taken out by red team.
Why would I talk about Ezreal? Ezreal's not in this game. I'm kidding.
Let's just start talking about Heroes of the Storm now.
Yeah. Yeah, just talk about a completely different game here.
Yeah.
So we do see the Windrake going down. ETM flexing a bit of that map lead that they have. They don't actually have a gold lead, which is kind of the interesting part. They're up in kills and up in towers, but they're down in gold. Because both
Blue just seems to have a secret money pit that just
most of that actually coming out of the top lane. If you look at the numbers there, we got 178 to 109 CS lead. So 70 CS, that's a lot of gold. That's let's see, it's about 1,000 gold. So, which is about the lead.
yeah, roundabout. Just hanging up there. Just hanging out up there. Just collecting gold thrown into his swimming pool from the dive.
Oh, and Amumu caught out a little bit by Kayn. Won't find anything off of it. Ahri catching Xayah in the charm. She will go down to Tristana there. And Kayn pushed back very shortly after being getting in there, and Fuji just being a monster with those charms. And Maokai with the flash root will find Ari there. She doesn't have the dashes to get out anymore, and she will be shut down by the Victor.
Finally
so that's
taken
a lot
out.
of gold. Yeah, that's a lot of gold going the way of what's her name's NKC. Double kill coming out for Victor, catching the Mumu as well. Tristana able to get out of there alive. Shen knocked up, locked up, will not go down. He does flash away, but that's a two for just the Zaya, which happened a little bit earlier too. So really good comeback there.
Starting to
by
catch up. They're
NKC.
starting
Yeah.
to catch up.
Yeah, and most importantly, those 2 kills went onto the mid laner. You're getting gold onto the right person. Unlike in the last game where we saw all this gold piling up on the Cho'Gath, he's sitting 11-1. Oh, he's a big monster, but he doesn't do any damage. you get your money onto your damage dealers, and they can help absolutely secure games. So, really, really good plays by NKC coming out here. We'll have to see what ETM does after that little bit of a catch-out. They might be a little bit more cautious the next time they head up to try and take down a turret. ETM pushing out the mid lane yet again. Got quite a while on Dragon before that comes up. Baron is available, but I don't think either of these teams wants to start a fight in the Baron pit right now.
No, I don't think so either.
Maybe if like NKC can fake out a start, they won't start Baron themselves. They don't have the resources to do it, I'd say right now. But if they could fake out the Baron, make ETM come in, check it for a fight, that might be one of the big ways for NKC to really get into this game. Because despite that goal lead, once again, they're down on the map. They haven't gotten those objectives yet. And at the end of the day, you got to kill towers to get to you got to kill the towers, kill the Nexus to win the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many kills you got. Now, Amumu trying to scout out a bit in the topside jungle of in NKC's topside jungle there. We'll get chased out, and yeah, once again we go back to that early game where there was nothing happening, and
Yeah.
it definitely feels like that now.
So 30 minutes in, just about.
Kind of interesting that we see Kane taking away the blue buff there. That's definitely something you need to get on that Victor. Get on your mid laner. Make sure he has that mana, that extra ability power, the extra cooldown reduction. Just makes it work so much better. So, kind of an interesting choice picking it up there when the blue buff wasn't really in danger of being stolen away at that point. So. We do have Dragon coming up in 30 seconds, and it is a Mountain Drake. So that should be where our next fight comes out, I'd say. We should be seeing both the teams really wanting to get that. Just with a Tristana, you already do a lot of damage to towers, but who doesn't want more damage to towers? And once again, like, you want to, if you're NKC, you want that just to be able to keep up with the Tristana tower damage and be able to take those objectives really fast, because you do have the damage carries to take out objectives pretty fast. So both teams definitely wanting this one. Looks like ETM is starting it up. NKC is nearby. They don't have vision on it. That ward being blocked out by the pink ward in the pit by ETM, so this might go down really quickly. Yeah, going down, and that will go over to ETM. Really good pickup there.
Oh yeah, they just came in, absolutely annihilated the thing, and walked away like it was
Yeah.
it was nothing.
And Maokai now
Ain't no
catching
thing.
out Tristana, but that might not be where he wants to go. He does have that large CS lead, does have a lot of tankiness, so he might actually be all right. Amumu with the ulti doesn't really catch anyone, catches the Kane only with it. And Rakan going in, tying everybody up. The kill on Amumu going over to Victor. He is on a killing spree now. And now we really see ETM on the back foot. That Maokai flash engage now onto Fuji. That's the big damage dealer. Tristana now trying to deal as much damage as she can, but she doesn't have the items yet. Zaya in the background dealing with the Shen. Will get a double kill off of that. Maokai still chasing into a third tower. And just took out the outer tower. They're basically diving past 3 towers on that one. Maokai happy to tank the
crazy.
tower. Just doesn't take damage. And might go down there, and actually a little bit of a mistake there, and now Zaya in a bit of trouble also taking some damage, but accidentally giving a kill away to ETM on that one, on the backside there. But still, you pick up 2 towers for 1 death, 2 towers and 3 kills for 1 death.
Pretty
4
good.
kills actually. I think they killed Amumu like right away, so I think they got 4 kills overall. You get a massive gold swing from that. Now up 7K, so ETM definitely in a little bit of trouble now.
Well, it's nice to see, just because.
Yeah, it is great to see such a competitive game, but you got to be really careful now if you're Fuji. That RE 6-2-1, you're the majority of the team right now.
Absolutely terrifying. All we've been seeing is
Yeah. Oh, and there's
Fuji
the
just
flash in,
destroying this
catching
whole map.
Rengu out, the shutdown
yeah.
going the way of Shen.
He's
So
done.
not too bad actually to get a little bit of tankiness on your team, and that will be the signal to start the Baron. And they're tearing it up really fast now. Maokai with the ulti will not hit in time, but this might be enough to start a fight. But NKC does not want to do anything, so really good pickup there by ETM. Just immediately coming back, finding that pick onto the Victor, and going for the Baron.
Yeah, Nurse Shen just rocking out, putting everyone under for surgery, just doing it.
Yeah. And Ari unfortunately get caught out and will be going down despite the Shen ultimate. Not quite enough there. Gets caught out, pushing that wave by the 4 members of NKC. So
Bit off a little more than she could chew.
yeah. Might have overestimated her abilities to escape. But that will be a tower trade. Top outer for mid inner. That's not exactly a trade you want to make. They will be there to clear off the inhibitor tower, and that won't be in danger, but still not exactly where you want to make a trade, but at the very least when you're fighting against a Baron buff, a trade's not a bad thing. And so NKC still sitting on about a 5K gold lead now. Has gone down from the 7 or so I think it was earlier. So unfortunately we're not LCS. We're not calculating the exact gold differentials when Baron goes down and when it ends. So we can't give you a Baron power play on this. But pretty good gold swing so far.
We just got my Scrooge McDuck analogies, and that's it.
Yeah.
Whether you want it or not.
And we just see ETM taking their time now, clearing out the waves, making sure everything's reset. And I think they've kind of figured out what needs to not happen to win a fight now. Don't let Ari get caught. Don't let Ari get caught, and you'll be good. You're fine.
Just run away. Just flee.
Tristana now sitting on a really big part, 3-item power spike, along with her Lord Dominic's fully completed. So 4 items here. She's got a lot of crit, pretty much 100%, if not 100%, the armor penetration to deal with the tanky Maokai. But, you know, things are going well. Rakan with the flash engage with the quickening, and now Elval going down. The Karma, first one to drop. Rampage, Shen going down as well. Ari now caught up. The Kane
they're just
pushing in
house
on the Tristana, but she will be fine taking down the Kane actually on that trade. And Amumu in the middle of it, trying to tank up a bit of damage, give his carry some breathing room. Ari will be going down to the Xayah in the base. Maokai just being an unstoppable brick wall. Tristana now coming back at basically full life, does have the damage to take down. Maokai will be going down, jumps forward, tries to catch onto the Victor, will catch that one, has the jump again, might be able to clean this one up, looking for the triple kill, does find it with the blast cone, even with, that's the ace. Not exactly the cleanest ace, but 4 for 5. You take it. You take an ace. And
great exchange that happened just now, right now.
Crazy fight. And Tristana, with enough health, she will be able to... Oh, with the Karma coming down, it is an Elder Drake, so it might be a bit close, but she should be able to take out this Elder Drake, really buffing up the team, getting that bonus true damage burn, powered with the 2 dragons that they already have as well. So that will be a really big pickup. Unfortunately, not holding off to get Ari and Amumu there. Little bit of a misplay on that. You could have waited the 2 seconds. You weren't in any danger of losing the dragon. Wait 2 seconds, get both of your other members to spawn, then you get the buff onto them as well. But you know, those are little things. You take what you can get, right?
So encroaching on the 40-minute mark here. Who do you think is probably more likely to win here? Because my money's on red, honestly.
It's really hard to say because both teams playing really well. I think one of the biggest problems that NKC had in that last fight was the Rakan's initial engage did not hit. Because he initially used his W to dash in and get the knockup. He missed that. Then he had to flash in and just only get the taunt rather than both the taunt and the knockup combined. So you lose about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds of crowd control on a lot of the members of the other team. That's a lot of damage that you're taking extra, a lot of damage that you're not giving out extra for free, right? So I think it all depends on who engages where and how well they engage.
Yeah.
Both teams definitely extremely close. We saw that fight go down to the wire, and the only reason Tristana was healthy enough to finish off that fight is because the fight went all the way into ETM's base, and so Tristana went back to her fountain, healed up, and then came back.
Exactly. Just lamed it out like a good coward should.
Hey, if it wins you the game,
if it works,
right?
it works. I ain't saying it's a bad thing.
And the Guardian Angel is picked up by Tristana now, though, so that is an extra life in case she gets caught, an extra way to survive through the fights. And that is a tower going down. We got Shen versus Maokai in the bot lane, both players with TP available in case a fight breaks out, but just defending Maokai defending the split push and Shen trying to add that extra bit of pressure. And we see ETM just trying to push forward, trying to use this Elder Dragon. And it's now just about worn off to get a little bit more out of this. We do have the Baron spawning in 15 seconds, so we might see a fight break out right away here with that Baron spawning. That will be a big objective to contest. So I think that's where we're going to see our next fight. ETM looks like they're backing off, trying to make sure they're set up to do that right away. And an interesting choice. Victor's actually on the bottom side of the map. If you're ETM right now, you see that Victor down there, you might want to rush the Baron right now. And they are pinging onto it. Victor is a long ways away. That's a major member of NKC that's wouldn't be available for the fight, and they're starting on it, and Tristana is just carrying through this Baron. It's already down to half health, and I don't think NKC will be anywhere near in time to do it.
Oh, they'll annihilate
Baron
this thing
goes
before,
down.
Yeah. Even before I said the words, it's already down.
once again, that's another big pickup for ETM. Somebody's going wild behind us.
Oh yes, yeah.
So-
There's some hype happening right behind us.
You know, hopefully right away we got the ingredients. ETM looking to finish off this game. Only a 1K gold difference. Still in the favor of NKC. And surprisingly enough, despite how all these fights have been going in the favor of ETM, NKC still with that gold lead, but we'll see how things turn out, because we should be having a final fight fairly soon here. Use that Baron buff to push in, get the lanes pushing in, finish off the game. And it's really on NKC to defend this one.
Focus.
And currently ETM looking to try and pick up that last outer turret. The only one standing outside of the base of NKC. Should be going down fairly easily here. Tristana just playing a little bit extra safe, just letting the minions do their work. The two cannon minions are outside of tower range, so you have to force NKC to come up to clear them, which they do successfully. But ETM, they have that Baron buff, they've got the time, just grind it out. Shen pushing in the top lane as well, so
Yeah, and tower has been destroyed.
yeah.
So
Now all that's left is the turrets inside the base of NKC, and there's the flash engage by Rakan, catching off two members of the team. Tristana now in a lot of damage, a lot of heal coming out though. Already managing to barely come out alive. The red buff does burn her down. That's a kill for Xayah, and currently NKC cleaning up the fight. And Amumu almost going down. Tristana being shut down by Kayn as well. Double kill. That's a clean ace. Oh, no, not quite an ace. Sorry, Shen was still teleporting, still split pushing in the top lane. Never came down. And that's a bit of a worry. You should have that Shen immediately hit that ulti to teleport in a fight like that. But that's 4 for 0. So NKC now trying to push in, get something of their own going here. If they could get this inhibitor, that'll be a big boon for them. And Shen trying to do some defense, has the tower backing him up, but it's not enough. That will be going down really quickly once Xayah starts hitting it with the minions around. The backdoor bonus going, or backdoor bonus going away for defense with the minions, and that is an inhibitor down. Super minions now coming out of that lane for NKC, so that will help them out a lot with the dealing with the pressure that ETM's been trying to put out. And yeah, now the map once again, we'll probably see both teams reset, maybe push back a bit, wait for the Elder Drake to spawn, wait for the Baron to spawn, something like that. And that might be where the teams want to fight next, because I don't know if ETM wants to try a fight after how disastrous.
oh
that
yeah,
last
they
one
got
was.
absolutely wiped out.
ETM just clearing out the mid lane, trying to get that pushed as far out before the super minions start up as possible. Now moving into this bottom lane, Victor up very far with no backup. This could be a lot of trouble. Ari coming in, does not let, there's the charm. And that is Victor exploding, and that's not where you want to be. You gotta know if your entire jungle's dark, you don't go up that far. ETM, now this might be where they break the base open. NKC managed to do it off the back of a big fight just before. No Victor, no wave clear there. You got Maokai wave clear. That's the best you got, and it's not that great. But looks like it might be enough. ETM deciding they want to back out. Don't want to push down this tower quite yet. Drake not up for another 2 minutes still, so kind of interesting that they didn't want to push in. Still 15 seconds on that death timer for Victor. He's still down, but just didn't want to risk it. Yeah, Zaya picking up the red buff in the NKC jungle. Victor finally getting blue buff. I think he killed that with like one shot. Certainly looked like it. That's
Just white screened it.
yeah. That's and that's why you don't want your Victor being picked off in the middle, out in the middle of nowhere with nobody to
Don't
back him
ditch
up.
the Vic, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, don't ditch the Vic. This one doesn't beat dogs, as far as we know. That's a football reference, in case that went over anybody's head. old football reference.
Just talking about that
Kinda
shirt color.
Looks like Tristana now trying to do something. Full build for a while. She did lose her Guardian Angel in the last fight, so she sold it off, picked herself up a Quicksilver Mercurial Scimitar, sorry. Quicksilver Sash is the item before that. But Ari catching the charm onto Kayn, getting a good chunk of damage. And NKC trying to push up. The inhibitor, I think, is spawning fairly shortly. Baron up in 20 seconds. Dragon up in Elder Drake in 5. So one of those will probably be the start of the fight. It's just a matter of who decides to pull the trigger first. And looks like ETM taking the advantage that they've had, pushing in the mid lane, will go in, clear out any vision, start up Baron right away. We saw how quickly before that they burned through this Baron. They've got to go really fast. Kayn is here with the smite available, does get it. He steals away the Baron, and that's a big turnaround for NKC. Now Rakan trying to start up a fight, doesn't have a team behind him just yet. Maokai coming in with the ultimate. Zaya on the backside being tangled up by Shen so far, and the Kayn with the 3-man knockup, but not enough damage to follow up. Zaya chasing down the Amumu now, and Maokai there with the Victor, shutting down the Tristana. Karma soon to follow, does manage to get out with the ulti shield boost. Ari now rooted up, does have the Zhonya's Hourglass to save her. Zaya coming in from the back, cleaning up the fight. That's a clean ace with the Baron being stolen away. That could be the end of the game. They've got minions in the mid lane with the inhibitor exposed, and that should be the end of it. Still another 35 seconds before the next person comes in. So NKC will be taking this game to teleport just to make sure that Super Minion takes 0 damage. And NKC, brilliant fight at Fairlane. Brilliant, and they take it.
It doesn't get more definitive than this.
Yeah, no, that fantastic. I can't believe that they actually managed to get in, steal the Baron, and finish, and technically ended without a result. That's just the players quit out beforehand, so we know who actually won. Blue team. NKC moving on in the winners bracket.
Congratulations.
Keeping up that momentum. They're 2-0 on the day so far. ETM unfortunately 0-1. They had that bye week coming in, or bye round coming in. They'll be moving down to the losers bracket to face off against someone. We'll find out in a little while. So for the meantime, I'd say we take a break. Go get a drink, use the washroom, whatever you need. We'll be back soon. We'll have a new matchup for you. Stick around.